Good evening. Welcome to Black News Changing Our Narrative. My name's Christina Springer. I'm sitting in tonight for Jamie McClung due to technical difficulties. She will be back with you next Monday at 7 p.m., just like usual. Let's dive in. What is happening to us, for us, and by us? Let's see, this is the 32nd 2020 Olympic Games are upon us, of course, delayed by a year due to COVID. Astonishing the world, Black athletes did not come to play games. They're going for the gold, and we want to dedicate just a little bit of time to get to know who we will be seeing. Olympic history in the making. These games, 5 new sports are being introduced: surfing, sport climbing, skateboarding, baseball, and karate. The primetime slots are reserved for the primetime events, which include swimming, gymnastics, track and field, and diving. There are some outstanding athletes competing this year. Let's take a look. Simone Biles. This powerhouse is like no other. She is the first woman in the United States history to win 4 straight US all-around titles in 42 years, and is the most medaled winners of all times, with 25 total, 19 gold, 3 silver, and 3 bronze. She has her own moves, and when I say her own moves, she has 4 gymnastic technical elements named after her: 2 on the floor exercise, 1 on the vault, and 1 on the beam. When asked why she continues to dial up the difficulty, she said, "Because I can." That's a Black woman for you. Here are all the Black women competing in the gymnastic Olympic trials. And we found these thanks to becausefthemwecan.com. Check them out because they're awesome. Amari Drayton, Jordan Childs, Shalise Jones, Sky Blakely, and Zoe Miller are the young ladies representing little Black girls all across the country with Simone Biles for Team USA Women Gymnastics. And one of those young women was actually nurtured and supported by Simone Biles after she faced some issues in her own hometown with her training. Simone nurtured and made a way for this young woman. Amazing. This is how Black women do it: support, lift, climb, go, win. Let's talk about Sha'Carri Richardson. If images of the fastest woman on the track, Florence Griffith Joyner, come to mind when you hear Sha'Carri's name, it's well earned. This dazzling young lady broke onto the scene with glamour only Black women can carry off. Running for LSU and straight into history with a time of 10.72 seconds in the 100-meter dash. Her talent, speed, and style are undeniable. Stop playing with me as she eclipses her competition. Unfortunately, she will not be competing in the 4x100 or the 100-meter races because she was suspended for a month after acknowledging that she had smoked marijuana to help cope with her mother's death. The showdown between Richardson and Jamaica's Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce would have been historic, with the two fastest women on the planet going head to head. And I'm going to say it right now. Marijuana is not a performance enhancing drug. This was some straight up anti-Blackness that we will probably see throughout the fall, summer, and winter at this year's profoundly Black Olympics. Next up, I want to talk to you about Gwen Berry. The hammer throw. Hammer throw is an event usually seen every 4 years with about 1 total minute of coverage. And that will change in this Olympics with the phenomenal Gwen Berry qualifying for her second Olympic Games. She has the media attention of refusing to salute the flag during the anthem played during the medal ceremony. While some in the media have run to quickly use the "go back to where you came from if you don't like it" trope, Berry stands her ground, like so many athlete activists before her, and is focused on winning without compromising her stand on inequality, justice, and anti-racism. Berry said that her mission was bigger than the sport and, quote, "me being able to represent my communities and my people and those that have died at the hands of police brutality, those that have died to this systemic racism." And that's what she is there to do. She is there to win for all of us and to beat inequality and injustice everywhere. Go ahead. Simone Manuel. Decades after the end of Jim Crow laws that kept Black folks out of white pools, African Americans still have a complicated relationship with swimming. If a parent can't swim, there's only a 13% chance that their child will learn. According to a 2010 report commissioned by USA Swimming, the report found that 69% of Black children and 58% of Latino children cannot swim, compared with 42% of white children. Black children drown at a rate almost 3 times higher than white children. So Simone Manuel's representation is a victory for all of us. At 20, she became one of the youngest gold medalists in Olympic history. But the swimmer is a cultural icon in the United States, where Black swimmers are still a rarity due to the effects of years of racism. Like Cullen Jones, who holds the world record in the 4x10, 4x100 freestyle relay, she has been an inspiration to an upcoming batch of young Black swimmers across the country who now realize the sport is open for all. Enter Simone Manuel, a Stanford University student and water phenom poised to take her second Olympic medal. Simone Manuel also holds American records for 50 free and 100 free events. The title Black swimmer makes it seem like I'm not supposed to be able to win a gold medal, or I'm not supposed to be able to break records, and that's not true, she says. Taking silver in the Rio Olympics as part of the women's 4x100 relay with Leah Neal, these women are ready for Tokyo's medal stand. We will continue to visit our Black athletes showing up and showing out on the world stage next week. And let's take a break and get our local news and find out what's happening in the hood. Welcome back. Thanks for staying with us. You know, the ads are really a way of helping you be informed about how to support your local Black businesses. Okay, let's give a shout out tonight to Sandra Cole and the Hazelwood community. Peace, my sister. Yes, the entrepreneurs of the community threw a birthday celebration for the people near and from other communities. Everything was free. Bouncy houses, food, music, love, ices, face paint, candy, soda pop. It was just 100% quality, great community event. Thank you, Sandra Cole. In other news, a proposed 20-story tower with 300 apartments atop an existing downtown Pittsburgh building was approved for a zoning variance on Thursday. The developer, City Club Apartments Limited Liability Corporation, is seeking to purchase and build upon the YWCA of Pittsburgh building at 305 Wood Street near Point Park University. The three members of the Pittsburgh Zoning Board of Adjustment unanimously approved a variance that would allow City Club to build up to 300 smaller apartments at the location, as opposed to about 140 larger units permitted under the code. There are no details yet whether or not these are affordable or aimed at mixed use or planned in any way to include our community. Stay tuned, we'll give you more. Also, Governor Tom Wolf has vetoed a bill restricting the powers of the Pennsylvania Health Department during emergencies and banning public agencies, including school districts, from asking individuals for proof of vaccination to access government buildings or resources. In his veto message, Wolf called the bill contradictory, misguided, and irresponsible. Short-sighted legislation to tie the hands of the people dedicated to public health will only make infectious diseases more difficult to fight, Wolf said. The bill would have prevented the state Secretary of Health from closing businesses, restricting travel, or order masking again, whether due to COVID-19 or another future health emergency, such as the new mutated virus that is soon to hit our shores. The bill would also prevent any public entity from checking someone's COVID-19 vaccination status, such as a school district requiring teachers or students to be vaccinated. Such requirements are colloquially known as vaccine passports. Wolf already has said he has no plans to institute such a requirement on a state level. The prohibition was also expanded to state colleges and universities, dozens of whom have already begun to require professors and students to receive a coronavirus vaccination to attend classes. The bill passed the GOP-controlled General Assembly along party lines last week amid budget negotiations. Stay safe, wear a mask, wash your hands. That's all you can do when people are running around doing their own thing. How about we go to Kim Williams for what's happening in the hood? Turn your mic on, Kim.
Well, hello, everyone. I'm hoping and praying that everyone had a nice 4th of July. Today, I am bringing to you a lot of good news in the hood. Are you tired of not being able to purchase a house or a car, or even rent a house or a car? Well, get online and watch Unstoppable, The Power of Credit. This is a free online event. You can get tickets at eventbrite.com. This event is happening Wednesday, July 7th and July 14th, which will start around 9:30 and end at 11:30. General admission is free. You can also text 678-516-9474 to receive the password for this amazing opportunity to attend and gain knowledge on how to clear and clean up your credit. Having credit, folks, is very, very useful. You can utilize it in so many ways. A lot of folks don't have good credit. Well, here's your chance to clean it up and clear it up. Folks, if you like storytelling, well, on Wednesdays from 7 to 7:30 p.m., a Black Indigenous storytelling event that will be facilitated by Andrea Williams. It's aimed to foster Black Indigenous cultural practices and to share Indigenous teachings. You can get tickets off of Eventbrite. It's a free event, and anyone can find it on Facebook. This event that I'm getting ready to tell you about is for teens. It's called Summer Chat and Chew event. If you have a teenage girl, or if you have a teenage girl friends that have teenage girls, this event is for them. On July 10th at CKV Suites, located at 528 North Homewood Avenue, from 2 to 6 p.m. For more information, please contact Miss Isis at 412-573-1375, or you can email her at Isis, which is ISIS, at ruthsway.org. Plan on eating good food, listening to good music, and having an awesome conversation with your peers. Guess what, folks? If you know or have some kids who love basketball or would love to participate in a basketball camp, this announcement is for them. From July 6th to July 9th, Session 1 for ages 6 to 9 from 9 a.m. to 11:30. Ages 6 to 13, their session is from 12:30 to 3 p.m. The cost for that session is $100. Now, from August 9th to the 13th, it's for the ages from 6 to 9, from 9 in the morning to 11:30 in the morning. Then the ages from 10 to 13, their session starts at 12:30 p.m. and is over at 3 o'clock p.m. The cost for that session is $125. This training will be held at the Shady Side Clubhouse on 6 Brownell Street. That's BROWNELL Street, Pittsburgh, PA 15232. All participants will receive a t-shirt, lunch daily, and free giveaways. You can register at http://bit.ly/Shadyside Summer. Folks, this next announcement is very, very important. Please spread the word if you can't attend this meeting. It's a public hearing. There are folks in Homewood, they're having a severe water crisis. I need y'all to help me spread the word, please. On Thursday, July 8th, there will be a call of action meeting that will be held at the Baptist Temple Church located at 7241 Ray Street in Homewood at 6 o'clock p.m. The citizens over there who have been living under some deplorable conditions, it's affecting the senior citizens, children, homeowners, people with disabilities, renters, and business owners. Various politicians such as Bill Peduto, Rich Fitzgerald, Ed Gainey, Jay Costa, Ricky Burgess, and many others were invited to attend. This meeting will include a walking tour of the wasteland, and this meeting is intended to correct damage resulting from work repair done by WPJWA, and PWSA. It also helps to others to get reimbursement of extra expenses, increased pain and suffering, placing residents in harm's way, correcting major mistakes, and reimbursement of bills paid for services that weren't rendered. If you can make it out to this call of action, please do. And please, again, help spread the word. That's all I have for you folks, and I'm going to hand it back over to Christina.
It's always good to see happy news happening in the hood. So next up, we are going to have some arts and entertainment with and activism with Lexi.
Hi, thank you, Christina.
Hi, welcome. Thank you so much.
Aloha, all my beautiful kings and queens, and welcome to Arts and Activism, where we move with the groove. Sorry. I hope you all had a grand weekend enjoying the festivities and weather, but let's move right in. Moving over to some happy revolution, over the past week, Alexis the activist, Project Silk, APA, and Project Matters traveled to Black Voters Matters to rally Black liberation in Washington, D.C. The rally was filled with numerous organizations from all over sharing, spreading joy for Black lives while honoring those we've lost. From the huge stage to the beautiful music selections to the powerful speakers, it was a good time of fellowship and us continuing to come together and not just for tragedies. Although the heat was attempting to kick our melanin tooties, Black Voters Matter provided its people with free food trucks and a selection of cold treats from ice cream / smoothie trucks. From then on, APA and I traveled to Philly in support of the Say Her Name rally march for Black flames lost due to violence, police, and or hate crime. We received these shirts for Breonna Taylor, Dominique Grimmy-Fells, and Micaiah Bryant. This New Voices rally was a call for justice for these beautiful faces while highlighting that we still have to march and fight for our own justice to be served. Just a recap of the incidents. Sadly, Remy's body was found dismembered along the Schuylkill River in June of last year in Southwest Philly, and activists say that Remy's murder was a part of a disturbing trend. At least 7 women have been murdered in Philadelphia since 2013. Remy was a Black transgender woman who will always be remembered as a fashionista that will slay and lay. She loved and cared for everyone. She was the light in the room and was going to excel far with her style and creativity. Micaiah Bryant was yet another victim of police violence. Micaiah was killed by an Ohio officer that she called for help for her attackers. This act of violence was deemed justifiable in the eyes of our not-so-just justice system. Another murderer excused from his actions. The organization New Voices brought the families of Dominique Grimmy-Fells and the mother of Micaiah Bryant to share their stories of who they were before the incidents. And can I just say the energy and love was so nice to be surrounded by. From the spoken words, song choices, and kind words given from the families, it was nothing but cherishing the atmosphere. To see people who are hurting carry their burdens well enough to enlighten us on their loves and keep it together shows how mighty we continue to be. Who these people were shows greatly through their families. It empowers us to see in the face of tragedy, we still have to take a step to carry on their legacies and never back down from what we deserve. We continuously have to put on a brave face, even when we feel like we are crumbling, to show that no matter how many times they take a brick from our liberated houses, we will always find the will to build the world we deserve to live in. And to the families who are the reasons we are fighting for, I send my love and condolences again to you sincerely and send virtual hugs to you all, especially on the days you really need it. Your loved one is a seed planted for the flowers of revolution blooming today. And we will continue to fight and stand for these beautiful Black lives. Moving on to this groove, also in Philly on July 4th Eve, white supremacists attempted a peach march, and guess who shut it down? Black bystanders shut it down. One thing about Black people is when we really stand together, no man can come against us. Our people do not play and ran those mother truckers out of there with no hesitation. Whose streets? Our streets. Grooving over to Black love, can we talk about the beauty of our people getting together these last few weeks? From the Black popular artists to the Black vendors and businesses to Black athletes, we were booming in excellence. It's genuinely uplifting to see our people get together in large groups and celebrate one another. Coming together without the reason being violence. We've been cooped up for a year, and this love and community has been long overdue. Let's continue this summer with love and positivity. We need each other more than ever. Moving to this slick groove, an anonymous letter from a brave courthouse worker, whom is Black, has been going around social media highlighting Pittsburgh's corrupt court system and how certain individuals are known bigots and racists doing their dirty deeds. This anonymous warrior stated that they personally witnessed Judge Cashman being very malignant with Black defenders, along with his staff members, and rumors that every defendant charged in the Wilkinsburg massacre will get the hammer. And the letter also states that they have fallen asleep on the bench. It is known that certain judges charged Black defendants to the full extent for minor offenses. Cashman was pointing fingers at Stephen Zappala for his racist actions without even realizing he had three pointing back at himself. This letter also includes that we must stand by attorney Milton Rayford due to his honesty about the racism in the courthouse, and that there will be more information released in the coming days. Woo, now that's some tea to sip on. Grooving to this move, the Hot Queer Summer Ball Part 2, hosted by Big T Ebony and Pittsburgh Statement Prince Father Roy Kahn, will be taking place July 17th, 2021 from 9 p. to 2 a. Now, if you've never been to the ballroom, this is one to catch. Sass, boom. Moves, boom. Flair, boom. An event you don't want to miss. The categories are realness, sex sirens, performance, runway, best dressed, and face. A night to feel empowered and enjoy bomb performances and just to vibe out. The location is 1111 East Carson Street. $15 for general admission and $25 for VIP and free drinks all night. If that's something you can get jiggy to, then come on down July 17th at 9 p., 1111 East Carson. Now, moving on to our weekly challenge, let's start getting into the habit of communication and comprehension. Oftentimes in life, we have a conflict from misunderstanding a situation or possibly misreading energy. If you feel something is a little shaky in your direction and it made you feel a certain way, try communicating with your family, peers, or whomever, respectfully saying how this happened and how it made you feel. Both ends should be willing to comprehend the situation and learn how to move forward. If it doesn't have to be addressed right then and there, you can wait until you're ready to talk without harsh animosity or it coming out the wrong way. Aren't you tired of carrying that grudge or bitter energy towards one another? Exhausting, right? Let's try leveling the playing ground. Choose a mediator if needed, and if what's understood doesn't need to be explained, then move forward accordingly. And if not, just love them from a distance and pray for them. It will be okay. No need to be spicy or continue that tartness. Put all that negative Nancy energy into something that'll benefit you in the long run. Invest in yourself. Don't stress yourself. Okay? And all right. Can you move to that groove? I guess we'll find out next week. Make sure you are being the best you every day. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So make every minute count. Don't let those crowns tilt and push yourself every day to do better than yesterday. Continue washing those hands, wearing masks if needed, social distancing, and enjoying this long overdue weather to shake off that seasonal depression. Peace out.
Thanks so much, Lexi. You really brought so many great things.
Thanks.
Okay, welcome back. We're going to close out this evening's program here at BlackNews, Changing the Narrative with Grinding the Axe. And as usual, I got an axe to grind. So get ready, and here we go. Woo! Recently, two women from Namibia, Christina Mumba and Beatrice Maselingi, have been barred from running in the Olympics because of higher testosterone levels. Now, the Olympics capped testosterone levels for women's events over 400 meters, but below 1,600 meters in 2019. A rule that eliminated the career of a cisgendered lesbian South African runner Caster Semenya. The rule affected all three medalists in the 800-meter race at the 2016 Olympic Games. Semenya, Francine Niyonsaba of Burundi, and Margaret Wambui of Kenya. All three runners have refused to take drugs to lower their testosterone levels. Now get that. The Olympics is asking these women to handicap their natural strength so that they are less competitive to others. Masalingi was banned soon after she won a meet in Switzerland by running the 200-meter dash in 22.67 seconds. Wow, that's power. And she made it very clear that that they were not, when they challenged her win, they made it very clear that they were not aware of the fact that she had higher testosterone levels. Her family had no idea, and her coach had no idea. As we face some of the challenges Simone Biles has been facing on her journey to the Olympics, of them scoring certain of her fantastically challenging, almost impossible moves lower to discourage other athletes because they're worried about other athletes' safety in trying to perform these maneuvers, it becomes more clear than ever before that the world despises Black women because we have always honored our ancestry. Our natural selection had nothing to do with preferences for meek, mild, weak, and helpless, subservient, simpering women. Why would we select for that when our very bodies hold the code for all other beings everywhere on the whole planet? Black women were never meant to be weak. So much so that we have often been denigrated by being called mannish or animalistic. Even Sojourner Truth had to address this issue in her famous Ain't I a Woman speech. They have always tried to take the power of our femininity away from us. And this year's Olympics is no different. And guess what? We're not having it. We defy the patriarchy. Black women have always worked towards the betterment of our communities. We are and have always been strong, independently minded, and really in need of no man's protection, but able to work in loving partnership with them. And this idea that we could have true equity and true equality and all use our natural innate strengths cooperatively together is repugnant to heteronormative, patriarchal, white supremacy. We have always known that in partnership has always been more effective, more productive than being in control of, than being domineering over, than subjugation has ever worked. So, you have a moment over these next couple of months and as we head towards the Olympics, please hold all of these sisters who honor their ancestry in light. And as you wake up to move through your day, take a moment to remember who you really are and what you're really made of, and honor that ancestry. Walk tall, walk proud, be strong, and be proud of it. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. The axe is now sharp. Go cut some wood. This is Black News, Changing the Narrative. My name is Christina Springer. Jamie McClung will be back with you next week on Mondays at 7 p.m. Please join us again. Have an awesome night. Take care.